Europeans never understood abstraction. They never could. The immaterial was always a choking hazard to them, like chewing glass. They needed everything nailed down, codified, stamped, and chained to the ground. Thought had to be a statue, a crucifix, a castle wall. The second an idea floated, they drowned it in ritual, bureaucracy, or violence. West African griots could carry centuries in memory alone, embedding ancestral history into rhythm and cadence. Europeans needed scrolls, decrees, and even then lost track of their own monarchs, to the point where 5 Henrys sat on thrones like an endless copy-paste error. Indian mathematicians broke the cosmic barrier with 0. Europeans were still scratching tally marks into wood, confusing absence with sin. Chinese scholars turned yin and yang into a universal framework for balance and change. Europeans were stuck painting lions on shields because they had no symbolic grammar beyond animal totems. The Ashaninka patterned cosmology into textiles. Europeans required Gothic spires stabbing the sky, absurd mountains of stone, just to force themselves to feel transcendence. The Abbasids refined algebra into abstraction. Europeans could barely move past pebbles in a pouch, inventing the abacus centuries late like it was a revelation. The Maya aligned stone to celestial cycles. Europeans drowned women in rivers because they could not distinguish meteorology from witchcraft, lightning from sorcery, fog from demons. And when abstraction finally did creep in, they warped it. Philosophy bent into theology, geometry shackled to cathedrals, metaphysics rewritten as papal decrees. Abstraction for them meant crusades, witch trials, colonial charters, and racial taxonomies. They turned the very concept of the unseen into an excuse for domination. That's the rhythm. Where others saw abstraction as expansion, Europeans saw it as enclosure. Where others used it to map the infinite, Europeans used it to police the finite. Every other civilization realized the invisible is the engine. Language, number, cosmology, rhythm. Europeans never grasped it. They compensated by building empires of iron and stone to cover for their poverty of thought. Their abstraction was always empire, never idea. Their concept was always conquest, never comprehension. They colonized the symbolic the same way they colonized the material. Violently, clumsily, and permanently behind. Gope.